All right, both players are ready. It is June 2023. Blue bracket round one. Two former CTM champions, both from the United Kingdom. What a United Kingdom it is. Let's go ahead and get this underway. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I've never known a kingdom so united as the United Kingdom. And, you know, never heard of states more united than these United States. All right, both players on the board with their first Tetrises. DanV, of course, the winner of CTM Faster Masters last month. So coming off a victory in our wildly popular new format. We're gonna have to do that again, I'm sure. The fans will be clamoring for it. It really hit all the sweet spots. You know, people clamoring for level 19 starts for a long time. Some people like, yeah, no. But other people like, oh, we want the 39 kill screen. Other people, yeah, no. There was enough in both of them where I was like, oh, well, most people agreed. Super hype format. Maybe not kind of my daily diet here, but you know, certainly in the mix. So we will definitely do that again. DanV misses a spin down the right side, which causes a little bit of a cleanup situation, but taking care of it. Oh, that's a beautiful piece to clear away that split double in both the gaps. Tetris for SV 160, 103 now, 126 for DanV. Yeah, if you're anywhere near Texas, the place to be next month is going to be Austin, Texas, July 21st through the 23rd. DanV, gets that J piece over that spire. Very tricky. There you go, rolling. There's one of the ways rolling has changed the game. So hard to do even as a tapper. But rolling, it's like, oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's over, you know? Beautiful. But yeah, next month, that is the place to be. Except for the heat. That's I think the one downside is that this thing takes place in July in Central Texas. I mean, come on, folks. Crazy, but that's when the event is, so that's what we're gonna go with. But yes, it is the Classic Tetris Monthly Lone Star Championship in Austin, Texas. And the actual Tetris action takes place 22nd and the 23rd at the Palmer Events Center Classic Game Fest. But the day before, on Friday, there is like a pre-party that's gonna go for a while. 348 here for SV, 268 now, 291 for DanV. It's gonna be fun. It is gonna be, there will be some sort of food there, well, with an asterisk on that, but there will be a live DJ. And you know who that DJ is? It is FlexStyle, the musician behind all our great music these last several years. Well, really, just since we began. So FlexStyle will be there DJing. Thank you entirely because of our very generous fans who have made this happen. If you want to see how you can help contribute to leveling up this event, you can use the Lone Star command in our Twitch chat or go to ctm.gg/Lone Star. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you will see that there is a little contribution page to help us meet some of our stretch goals, including that Friday food situation. We'd like to be able to provide that. 346 for DanV, 424 SV. So we'd like to be able to, you know, provide food for everyone, you know, that whole thing. So if you want to make that happen, that's there. Plus a bunch of other stretch goals. We've already hit 2 stretch goals. One, support for our panel. We have a whole panel with Game Scout and Tetris Gal Talk. And who knows, maybe other folks. But, you know, we were able to support some of those folks. And, of course, get FlexStyle to Texas. And it should be a fun time. There'll be a special version of Friday Night Fights. Was that live? Is it live? Are people playing it live and hybrid on the internet? I don't know. 521 SV, 419 DanV, back by about 100,000 points. And yeah, it's going to be at that Friday event is at the Shoal Creek Saloon. Yeah, it is not a kids party. It's mostly adults because that's who can afford to travel. Kids can't afford to travel. They don't have jobs. I mean, unless they're like Tetris Masters champions, then they're loaded. Like DanV, retired now. 572 SV, 476 DanV, still about 100,000 point difference. SV, one line to go till 19. Looking to build for one last Tetris. Will be able to do it. Converts to Tetris into 19 at 619. So anyway, ctm.gg/Lone Star for all the details and the contribution link. And thanks again to those of you who've been so generous in contributing to that. Oh, what a move by SV. It's starting to look a little dangerous. Does have a line spin set up there, but has to fill it all in. And that left side, no problem, gets the J over. Keeping that well open on the right side through a little bit of a drought. 551 here for DanV on 20, 633 SV, 80,000 point lead. And finally, Tetris down the long bar hole for SV. DanV weathering that same drought. And gonna uncover and looking for that bar. And there it is, long bar down for DanV, 590, 692 SV. SV kind of aspire there. Some dependencies around it, trying to build around it. DanV, our latest Masters champion. SV, our first Masters champion of 2023. Tetris SV 728. All right, DanV looking for that bar down the right side, starting to get a little dicey in the middle of the stack. And a drought here would be really bad, but oh, there's some beautiful pieces. Oh, a nice tee will help out a lot. Opens up the right side and bang Tetris for DanV, 714, 778 for SV. And a little bit of frames on one of these players. Now, just as a general reminder, if, you know, anybody playing CTM, if you do run into internet issues, just keep playing. And then we'll let the judges sort it out. By the judges, I mean me. 849 for SV, 783 for DanV. DanV with a nice flat stack. And there we go, Tetris 820. There's a Tetris for SV. All right, there we go. Some nice flat stacking there from DanV. Set up for the Tetris, long bar down, Tetris 891, SV with one in column 3. And SV kind of setting up for one here in the Hellwell, column 2. Got the max out SV on 28, 3 lines to go until the level 29 transition, where they will have 200 lines of 29 speed available. Now, so far in the first bracket that we've had, players didn't really get anywhere close to needing that. All right, long bar down for DanV for a triple to clean up the board. All right, DanV getting this cleared back down, 952 for DanV, back by about 120,000 points. SV's board climbing, stack climbing the board. But looks like he's going to get this down. I think so. Oh, so tricky. Oh, no. Oh, no. DanV going to SV going to top out A98. So we got Chasedown situation for DanV. Plenty of time to do it. Needs from now about 115,000 points. And really all the time in the world, even if it were just level 38 kill screen, this would be a lot of time. So it could just single and double and then just take Tetrises where the game feeds you Tetrises. You know, sometimes you're just like stacking normal, stacking well. And, you know, once in a while, just the pieces come down where it's like a Tetris is very obvious, where you don't have to force it. So that's what DanV is in right now. Check down mode, just kind of adding points. And no need. We got super aggro. Dan knows the situation. Oh, there's maybe a little bit of a misdrop there. That's going to have to be taken care of. Oh, a series of long bars to help DanV clean up that mess. Oh, no, a double flip of the long bar. Gets another long bar to help clean up. Oh, those long bars getting over to that left. This is all nerves. All right, A62 still has about 34,000 left to go. The target is A99. Target is A99. Oh no, Dan with that misdrop needs to get a bar down there. There's a bar. A75 needs 14,000 points and will not get it. DanV, the chase down fails, and SV is going to hold on and take game one. All right, two players are ready. It is game two of round one. SV and DanV. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. SV able to outlast DanV's chase down attempt in game one. DanV looking to tie it up here. Sud says SV basically zero reaction. You know, that's what you got to do when it's game time. At least for me, like when I was playing poker full time and I was playing a lot of tournaments, right? So there was a lot of swings there and emotional swings that were there potentially, but I was like zero reaction. I was just kind of worked very hard just to stay calm, stay centered, not get too far up and down. It's kind of okay. That's done. That's kind of one of the things that happens. Move on to the next. $45,000 SV and DanV here early on in game two. Harold, thanks for the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. I failed to thank Stanislaw for the 1 bit 14 minutes ago, so thank you so much, Stanislaw. Now remember, if you do want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do so ctm.gg/matcherino, MATCHERINO. And if you want to contribute to the upgrades at the Lone Star Championship, there's an adjustment for DanV. You can do so at ctm.gg/Lone Star. You get all the info about the event and then scroll down for the contribution link. Thanks for Pumpy Hearts and Fireworks for helping set up those incentives and that Fireworks for setting up that page. Make sure I've got our acknowledging all. All right, contributions. Yes, y'all are doing sponsor requests. Really appreciate it. We've got 43 claim codes left. By the way, line spin for SV. Harry, I'm looking at claim codes and line spins are being done. Oh my word. But yes, there are contribution codes that you can do at our Matcherino page for the prize pool. Doesn't cost you anything. You just click on a button and Matcherino will chip in some money into the prize pool just for nothing, just for clicking a button and sitting there. So at the very least, do that. Would love to do it by the end of this stream. Got 41 to go out of 50, so there's a ways to go. All right, down to 40. Thank you so much, those of you who are helping out. 334 SV, 330 for DanV. And there should be, all the overlays should work now. So I do believe, okay, yes, that is working, right? Our prize pool overlay. And I do believe the contribution overlay for the Lone Star event is working as well. So if somebody wants to do a test donation or a contribution, you know, just to see if it's working, of course. All right, DanV going to miss that S-spin down the right side. It's going to lead to a couple of extra burns. But that's okay because SV also burning at the moment. DanV Tetris, 449. SV looking for that bar. Oh, there we go. Going to set up the T tuck. But now no great place for that S piece. That's okay. So you just put it wherever and burn around it. All right, contribution codes being done. Thank you so much. Oh my God. This is a test. Contributed $5 for the Friday food tab. Thank you so much. That was really loud on my computer. Whoever that was, this is a test. Thank you so much. It works. And now we'll see if that ever goes away. How long does that sit there? Fireworks. Well, Fireworks is not around. Fireworks traveling right now. 533 DanV, 575 one line before the 19. Gonna take that line as a skim. Tetris here into 19. 600 transition score for SV. And DanV kind of spired right now. Gets a long bar down for the triple. Oh, and another piece there, the L, to help burn some of that away. Okay, good J piece now, DanV. Much safer stack. Even though it's 19, you think, oh, 19 rollers, whatever. You can still get yourself into a situation. 553 Dan, 657 SV. So another 100,000 point lead. And now more for SV. Suds with the Rounders references, and then Game Scout reacting to them as if that's not a inside joke for Rounders fans. Scout, have you not seen Rounders? You got to see that. Go see Rounders. Another contribution, Doc Pie, $5 for the Saturday cookout. That's gonna be fun. You know how much equipment I have to buy for that thing? Like, oh, Vandy, we need you to get all these giant Bluetooth speakers and like, oh no, DanV, that long bar misdrop. Gonna have to build around that, falling further behind SV. SV kind of digging though. Gonna open up that middle well. That's not gonna clear anything, but get some much needed material down there, so SV can start digging out of this. Oh, SV going for the dirty Tetris. And will get it and opens up the right side as well and gets another Tetris. So just like that, SV's board clean as a whistle. It's amazing how quickly it can go from just being utter chaos to like, oh, nope, 2 Tetris is done. I mean, easy peasy. 941 SV, 735 DanV. Someone asking, is the Lone Star a regional qualifier for CTWC? No. There's no official affiliation between this thing and CTWC. That said, there will be a prize pool and players can use, funds that they, earn from playing Tetris to do whatever they want, including go out to CTWC. So if you want to treat it as one, as a player, then you can do that. But this is 100% CTWC branded event. CTM branded events. Max out here for SV on 28, 789 for DanV. Now SV actually, 11 to 15 lines ahead of DanV, but still, this is a lead for SV. SV going to transition pretty awkwardly into 29. He's got the 1.1, but a very high board here for 29 speed, but looks to be bringing this down. And I mean, this is some survival with the Tetris down the right side, SV. And DanV into 29. He's at 889. So he's got a ways to go. He's got about 160,000 points to catch up here. Or no, 200. Wait, 200, right? Yeah, 260. So anyway, SV at B70. DanV, I can't do B math at all. 914 for Dan. Yeah, so that is 200 and now, whoa, that is now 285,000 point difference. Holy moly. Now you can see why Dan likes faster masters, right? Oh no, that left side for DanV, but still accessible, and gets a long bar over. Gets another long bar over. SV trying to bring this down, gets a long bar down for split double. There's a nice triple for DanV to bring this stack back down to safety. SV trying to fight through this. I mean, there's plenty. So this is the thing. You can't just say, well, there's not enough time. And there's still plenty of time. There's still like 14 levels here to try to get points. So DanV not out of this by any stretch. And SV kind of getting higher and higher. This is going to be top out for SV. DanV has another opportunity to chase this down, but a very tough board to deal with. Needs to get to C64. It's currently about 250,000 points behind, but still, this is actually plenty of time to do this, but cannot necessarily just single and double this out, but needs to get back to the bottom. That left side needs a long bar over there, and gets the long bar over. Oh no, that S piece, that is going to throw off timing for sure. But oh my God, DanV surviving this. Holy mackerel. Dan fighting to bring this down is now 200, just about 200,000 points behind. Needs to get to C64 is the target. There's a nice triple for Dan, and Dan is burned right back down to the bottom, and there's a Tetris. B27. So he needs about 130,000 points to go. Oh no, that long bar didn't get all the way to the left, but that one did. And so DanV is now, he's got 80 lines to make this happen. And that's only 100,000 points. Now at level 39, Tetrises are worth 48,000 points, right? So you can see that it's not a lot of points to get here. Oh no, Dan. Gonna have to dig this down again, and that S piece did not move over. And Dan is gonna top out again. Cannot chase down SV here in game 2. And SV once again survives a chase down attempt from DanV. GG's. DanV needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. Let us go at 3-2-1 Tetris. SV looking to clinch it right now. DanV, a dangerous player, coming off a championship victory last month. Oh, let's see. Coordinated stacks? Nope. Fascinating. Now remember, as we mentioned, Portal was a last minute cancellation. So the winner of this is going to play immediately against Vicious Rhubarb. 3-2-1 Tetris countdown bits. Thank you so much, Harold. Tetris DanV 70,000. SV going to uncover that well. And get a long bar down for a Tetris. Excuse me. All right, Tetris DanV 141. There's one for SV 145. So neck and neck here in the early stages of level 18, which you will see on YouTube now, because after discussing it with DanV, it became clear to us that it was going to be very difficult, time-consuming, and kind of awkward to get rid of it. So I don't know. Oh, there's a nice Z spin for SV into a Tetris. So we're gonna. Oh, there's another Z spin. We'll figure something out. You know, we must be all things to all people, right? Isn't that what they say? Try to be all things to all people. Then I think that's the same. So we're gonna, we'll try to figure out something for you folks who like a more abbreviated experience. There's a line spin, DanV. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Dan. Do you tag chapters on YouTube videos? I mean, that's, so that's something people bring up, like, oh, just bring up the chapters, because then we can see when level 18 is and skip past it. But there's a potential there for spoilers as well, right? And that's the one, that's like the cardinal sin. Like, no matter what you do, don't spoil anything. But people will be willing to kind of put up with anything so long as you don't spoil the match for them. 359 SV 396 for DanV. Sud says, isn't that bad for the algorithms for the channel? Yeah, well, there's nothing we can do, Suds, that is good for the algorithm, but which also gives everybody what they want. It's just impossible. Or is actually doable given the resources we have. I mean, it's just we're just stuck until and unless I can devote more time, and who knows, maybe that'll happen soon given some other things. 451 SV Tetris for DanV 467. Oh man, the music is super loud right now, and it's been so the whole time, and no one has told me, but thankfully we record without the sound as well. That is way loud. All right, well, sorry to those of you who couldn't hear anything. All right, DanV's going to tuck that T in. He's got an open well. Gets the long bar down. Bank Tetris for DanV 539. All right, there we go. Dan going to tuck that J in there. A little adjustment, that long bar. Now Tetris ready again. There's a good square. That little ledge. DanV going to take that triple and a single and a Tetris. Looking for one more, maybe. And there we go. There's the L to build for the Tetris. Looking for that bar. There's the bar. Tetris into 19 at 639 for DanV. In also 584 for SV. Going to put on another Tetris as well. So there we go. We are on 19 for both of these players here in game 3. DanV needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. Had a chance in both games for this one, but big chase downs. And that's why we have this format, right? Deep kill screen. We want those deep kill screen chase down attempts and failures. And so there you go. This is exactly why we have it. Tetris over to the right side for DanV. 747 has a bit of a snarl over on the left. We'll have to burn around that. Long bar there will help. All right, DanV setting up in the Hellwell, column 2, and gets that Tetris. 809. I know, I gotta stop trying to make Hellwell happen. It's pretty much as bad as like Keytuck and all the other crap that King and Bidwell and Martz or wherever try to make happen. 743 SV, 874 DanV. DanV getting up high on the board here, but with the magic of rolling, able to get pieces over. And there we go. Square will open up that right side. 2 rows off the bottom. Tetris setup gets it. 788, but back by about 122,000 points. SV right now. And kind of a dependent board. And opens up that right side. Dirty Tetris, column 10. The natural, normal column where Tetrises belong. All right, DanV, look. Okay, gonna have to take that safety triple. Was getting up a little bit high on the right and low on the left. There we go. Takes that single and a Tetris. Max out for DanV on level 27. Now is ahead by about 170,000 points or so. Another Tetris, DanV. SV still trying to dig this down to get a good looking board going into level 29. DanV with the 1.1, still on 28. And taking a couple of skims here, has the lead, can afford to burn a couple of lines. Oh, that Z did not get to the left. So DanV all of a sudden in an awkward situation going into level 29. SV into 29 at 905 or so. We're a little below that, but since gotten points. So Dan scrambling here into the top of that board just due to that one misdrop. And oh no, that L to the left did not get there. And it is SV's turn to chase something down. Plenty of time. Needs 200,000 points plus. The target is B39. SV, your target is B39, 1.1. And 39. So SV's got all the time in the world to chase this down. For those of you who are huge fans of singling and doubling endlessly on kill screen, this is your moment. And we're getting a little bit of frames on one of our streams, so this is very interesting. Exactly the right time. This is when you want it. He did top out at 973. Oh my word. All right, so it's going to be a victory here for DanV. So no one can chase anything down is what we are learning here with the level 49 deep kill screen. The players want to go like, oh, I'm going to single and double it out, and they don't. So let's go ahead and give Dan a heart. Or not a heart, a dot. And we got to fix those dots. K9 will get mad. SV up 2-1 here in game 4. Let's go 3-2-1 Tetris. Is that YouTube Cobalt? Yes, it is. Thanks for the 3-2-1 countdown bits, Harold. So yes, you folks on YouTube or who are a fan of Tetris content on YouTube tomorrow, well, you won't do this tomorrow, but watch the I gotta figure out how to phrase this because you're not going to see this tomorrow. So in the red bracket will be the debut of Cobalt, who is a classic Tetris YouTuber, makes a lot of explainer videos and I don't know, stuff about the Tetris community and all that. So pretty excited to have Cobalt on there. DanV scrambling up near the top of the board early on in this one and just needs something to fit in that hole and cannot get it. Oh no. DanV gonna top out level 49. There's no editing out 18 on this one. So DanV gonna top out and SV already ahead and will win game 4. GG's. to you, SV. You are moving on to round 2. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.